Australia Diecast Salvage, where we get to play with Matchbox cars, Dinky toys, Corgi toys, Majorette, and quite a number of other different brands that are out there. Adult supervision required at all times, because you just never know what's going to pop up on your screen. Content on this channel is aimed at the adult community as it contains strippers. So hot, you'll take the paint of vehicles. Nudity. Naked vehicles. And a man playing with his tools. What else is he going to do? We've got strippers, and we've got nude cars. So he has to play with something. Here are some of our previous attempts to give these vehicles a new lease of life. And I think I did not a bad job, if I do say so myself. But there's always room for improvement. So come along to see what's in today's episode at Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Welcome to another DMC challenge for the month of, what are we? Month of June. And it is any Corgi vehicle. Our victim for this month is a Corgi Toys Ford Mustang 2+2. So anyway, here we are in front of us. She's in fairly good condition. So we'll move it into the workshop. We have to clear some space in the workshop and we'll have a closer look at it. So we'll see you over there. Okay, so here we have, if it will focus, our Corgi Toys Ford Mustang Fastback 2+2. As you saw on the turntable, it's in plain water condition. Our doors open on both sides. It has both door cards, which is good. Don't like the colour of the interior, that blue, but that's how it came. It does have the stripes going from the front to rear. It has good glass on both doors, front and back. It has I'll try and hold it still for you. It does have an intact rear bumper. The tyres are good. It does still have these dual headlights. The front sticker for a grille probably need to be updated. Like I said, the tyres are good all round. I'm not too sure whether this thing is supposed to have suspension in it or not. Yeah, so but we won't know until we pull it apart. But as it sits at the moment, there's no suspension in it whatsoever. So by the looks of things, there may be room for it, but yeah, so whatever's there, if there is one there, she ain't working now because I'm pressing down and it's not bouncing anywhere. It sits rather low. So hence why we are doing this vehicle. Alright, so we'll catch you in a moment when we've taken the front and rear posts off. So we'll catch you in a moment. Okay, well, to save the noise and me having to mute the sound, I've taken the post off, or the head of the post off, with the bird tool on my Dremel, and where I said before that the tyres were still good, I was incorrect. As you might see here, it's disintegrating, but that's no biggie because we can make some more. But in the meantime, we should be able to take this vehicle apart, just very gingerly. Separate front and back. So there's our base, and front and rear bumpers are held together by a one-piece chrome trim. Now, as you can see in there, it is supposed to have suspension, but I think they're not broken. At least they are actually. They're very weak in this point right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce it with what I've been doing in the past. You might be able to see it on this side. If I can get it in light, just there is where it's about to fail and going to break. And it's the same on this end. If I can hold it in the right light, just at the end of the separating tool there and there. That's where that is going to break. If we keep manipulating, gee, that's a big word for me, manipulating it as we are. So I'm going to, during the process, is reinforce it with some dressing pins, and that will give that some strength, so that we'll have some suspension again. Here, of course, is one wheel and axle. It still has a tyre attached to it, but that is going to break as well, just like this one here. And there's that one. Where did our other sets of wheels go? There it is, right underneath the camera. There we go. There's our other hub. Just do it quick, see how we are with the tyre. No, that's going to break as well. So we'll have to make some new shoes for that. Let's get a container to put our stuff in, otherwise we're going to lose it. So we'll put that in there. That can go in the caustic soda. We'll put our tyres in there, even our rubbish tyre. So what else we got here? We have our interior, of course. So very gingerly, which way are we going to go? Well, this retainer here, this plastic retainer, is what holds our doors in place. So let's see how we're going to get this out. I'll see if we do the interior first. We might be able to get it, we may not. I haven't pulled this thing apart beforehand, so excuse the fumble that we're going through. Or is it a case of, like with a lot of things, we take the doors off first? Look at that. Take the door off, and we'll have the retaining piece come out.
goes out. Now we need to take note that this part here, this flat piece, sits up against the inside of the bonnet. So now we'll be able to take our seats out, and the dash comes out. As I'm assuming I've got to sit upside down. Okay, so when we put it back together again, so when it goes back together again, we need to put our screen, our dash, then the interior. We probably need to put that in first as well, so we'll play around with it when it comes to that time. Now I probably will detail our dash a little bit, so we may do a rest. Okay, while I'm talking the glass comes out. Well done. Alright, so that needs a clean and a polish. Like I said, there's no cracks in it, which is nice. So we'll stick that in there straight away. We'll put our dash in there. We'll put our interior in there. We'll put our retaining clip in there. So that leaves us with body shell, our two doors. So we'll see if we can't take these apart without losing them. So bear with me. I've just got to put some eyes on. Oops, there we go. So that's the right hand side of the car, the door, and there's enough space in between the hinge and the door card to slip this in, and we should be able to lift it out. More fumble fingers today, but when am I not a fumble finger? Well, there's the door card. It still has all its 3 retaining clips intact, so we can put that in there. Still have the glass there, so that should just about pop out as well. We hope without breaking. Just got to get it in let's get the tool behind the clips very gingerly. I'm doing it on this side of the camera because I can see better. Same thing where the door cart went in. I don't know if you'll see that. There we go. We have 2 holes in the glass down the bottom here. There's one there and one there. So we can put that into our basket, and we have our door. Put that in there, and we do the same thing on this side with this door. So it should be a matter of just going in behind the hinge, lift out. There's our 3 retaining clips, and there's 2 posts there for our glass to go in. Like I said, so all I did beforehand was just come in from the bottom with the separating tool, just give it a bit of a squeeze, and just support it behind the 2 posts. Just give it a bit of a nudge. Not too much, otherwise we break, and if we're in a rush we'll break, but we don't want that. So we're almost there. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. This is a 40-year-old car, and this is the first time it's been completely apart. The only other time when it was completely apart was when it was brand new. When it was coming before she was assembled. So we're just giving it a friendly persuasion. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but we're going to do it with everything intact. So again, I'll just take it off behind the camera so that I can have a better see what I'm doing instead of in front of the camera. So I'll be able to see, I was up, put it on a little bit of a pressure point on this side of the plastic, and we'll be able to get the hinge out without breaking. That's fantastic, even if I do say so myself. So, where do we go from here? We can that door in. Yep. Actually, take that door out. Take that door out. Keep all those metal pieces there. As I knock the camera. Hope you're not getting too seasick there. So, we can go one or two ways. We can either go to the stripper venue and have a look at some strippers taking care of this. I hear people shouting. What's that? What's that? What are you shouting? We'll have to talk louder. Oh, hang on. Do I need to look at this? No, that's all right. Oh, I still hear people shouting. No, that door's fine. The card is off, the glass is off. Same thing with that one. Somebody's shouting. I can hear it. I can hear it. Oh, hang on. The shouting's getting louder. I've forgotten something. There we go. We need to take out the dual headlights. That's what we need to do. So, I'll get onto that. Let's have a quick look. I'll probably have to do that off camera. For the simple reason that there is no way of getting to it from the inside here or here to get to the dual headlights. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll probably do a scan of the grille to see if that will come off. Alright, we'll catch you in a moment once we've got the dual headlights out. See you then. Just a very quick update. We weren't able to save the dual headlight because they just crumbled. But in any case, we're going to upgrade them anyway to give this thing some halogen lights. So they're going to be a little bit brighter. But on a plus note, we were able to save this grill. Because it is only a sticker. And all it's done is, I've just gone behind it slightly. It's like a foil. If I show you the back there, it's really the glue. And it looks like a foil that was used. So I should be able to reuse this one. But for those which are in the DMC or the Taverners, I will do a scan for you guys, and I'm sure that maybe PB or PJ may be able to augment this to make it a nice clear, so that if one of the Taverners or one of the, if you're in with the DMC, the Diecast and Modelist community, do require that because it is a decal or a sticker, you'll be able to download it from the site. When without having to go and so we'll spend a penny, so to speak. That's what we do at the DMC. We help each other out. And what I may do is I should be able to do that on the computer, either scan or make these stripes into a decal. Alright, that's now the car dismantled. Nobody's shouting at me anymore. Thank you for that. Alright, so next is either stripping the base, the body and the doors, or we're going to fix the suspension, or as I fumble around again, or we clean up the interior and give it a nice little paint job, because really, who has that colour interior for a Mustang? Really? What were they thinking? And again, there's another thing that we could do is we could clean up the glass a little bit more. It does need to wash, and we'll give it a nice little glazy cleany. Or see, we've got plenty to do. Make some new tyres, new rubber, new shoes. Anyway, that's a job, something to do in the next segment. So, hope you can wait, because you're only going to be a couple of seconds. I'm going to be a little while before I get there. So, I'll catch up with you guys in a moment. Okay, so I have sort of caught up with you guys. Sorry for keeping you waiting. But in any case, what we've done in the background, or what I've done in the background, is we have washed and cleaned the interior. We have washed and cleaned the screen, but we haven't given it a good polish yet. We've done the same thing with the door cards. We've managed, excuse me while I think, we have we've managed to save the tyres, to keep them in sort of good order, so we can make a mould for it, so we can cast some new rubber tyres. So we've managed to save 4 of those. And this is the part that we're going on to now, is on the suspension. Now I was going to use some dressmaker's pins, but I've decided to go with hairpins, or bobby pins if you like. We normally use them for the 2 fixed pillars, sort of the A pillars, if they're missing on the cars, as opposed to using cotter pins or split pins. We've been using hairpins, and as they say, we've already done one beforehand, so we should be able to, when we drop the tyre in, or the axles in, that will give us our suspension. So anyway, all we're going to do is, it's a little bit hard to do in front of the camera, but it's just a matter of opening up the clip, just like you would a cotter pin or a split pin. You open it up, hammer it flat, then cut it to length, and then glue it on. On this side, the one that's in there now, I've just used super glue. On the other side, I'm going to try and use this what they call a tech grip. Just hold it still, which is a multi-purpose polyurethane adhesive. Takes a little while for it to set, but that's good. It'll just add strength. It's the same thing which I use to fix the bumper on this Rolls Royce. Same product, and she is wonderful. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm going to hammer this flat, cut it to size, and we'll put it into the suspension. Where we go to from there, we'll just have to wait and see. So we'll catch you in a moment. I'll try and keep you in suspenders. Okay, I found a mould where I made some tyres beforehand, which are suitable for making my rubber tyres. And the product that I use, you can buy from a hardware store. Now, it may come under a different brand, but this one is called Flex Seal. This is a Sellies. If I can hold this camera steady. You may not have Sellies in your area, but what you're looking for is a multi-purpose adhesive and sealant and polyurethane. And this one, in this case, is going to be black, and it comes out as a rubber at the end when it's cured. I'm just going to sit you back down. We're back in a moment. And we're just using a caulking gun. Now, I don't know what happened to the tip of this one, but in any case, we just need to get the stuff to come out. So we just put a blob on that one. There we go. The initial part of like I say, the piece that's supposed to go on the end has gone somewhere. I don't know where, but don't you just love the thing when you're doing things on camera? It never works the way it should. Anyway, I'll sort that out. You know, find my other piece. There it is. I'll put that caulking gun aside. Apologies for the rambling, but what we're going to do now, we have enough there for it to go there. Fill that one. Fill that one. There should be enough on there to go all around. So what we do now is squash it all flat. Let's put that there for the moment. So we'll come back when they're ready. So when I last saw you guys, I was putting on the black urethane to make our tyres. So there's our mould. Just get it closed properly again. And here we have our tyres that we still need to separate. So I'm just going to use a little pair of shears, and I'll bring you back when I have them undone. So, catch you in a moment. we now have new boots on the car, and we also have suspension working on it. As I showed earlier, we had the clips, so now we have suspension. Anyway, the next part that I'm going to do is I'm going to scan those stripes and make some new ones. So, you know what's going to come up next. See you there at the venue. So you guys, we're at the venue. Our strippers are ready. Our car is ready. I'm ready. So let's get to it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We are seeing paint being lifted down the bottom here, and it's taking it off the roof. Strip the paint. So we're going to get our strippers to do a little bit more swimming. We'll add the more water to our strippers so they can have a nice warm bath. And as you can see through the part here, that the majority of the paint has come off. The doors are in there as well, so is the base. And our strippers have done a very lovely job, lovely jubbly, so to speak. There we go, as we move the camera into better position, and from my quick examination, it gets a, I'll try it this way, a thumbs up. Where are you? Where are you, Rob? The Matchbox Garage. We haven't seen you for a long time, mate. Anyway, that's fine. We have a 100% paint removal. So I'll get to polishing it up. I'll give the brass wheel another go on the drill, and we'll bring you back when we're on the shiny. Alright, so the paint that I'm using at the moment is a paint and primer. It is white. I'll record it this time because we didn't do it when we did our Rolls Royce video. As you can see, we're on the shiny part here, and what I've done is I've actually sticky taped or taped the doors from the inside, and I'll do the base another time. So let's get what Pete at PB Resto Restorations would say, let's get crack-a-lacking. I only got this on the low speed. I do apologise for not being in shot because I am using another phone backup, which is a lot better than what I had. And the camera is in a different location to what I'm used to. So we'll get used to it. And there we're getting our our first sort of coat on. If I hold it down here, you might be able to see something. I may go back to an old stand when, after I analyse this video. Like I say, I'm using a different stand to what I'm used to for the camera. And we had a bit of a spit on the paint. So anyway, that's our first coat. The rest of it's going to be the same, and we'll do that off camera. So we'll catch you in a moment. Okay, our Corgi Mustang 2+2 is drying on our hoist. We have moved, while it's doing that, we have moved and painted our interior. This is, well, we've gone black for the moment. We've done the door cards as well. Black. We've done the top of the dash and the steering wheel. So that's where we're up to at the moment. I still have some more work to do. I just want to give you guys a bit of a catch up. So next time when you'll see this, oh hang on, before I go any further, we have changed our suspension for the simple reason is that whilst the idea I had in the first place was the right idea, but when we added everything together, I'll just go down here for the moment, when we added the interior and the original suspension piece with the front and rear bumpers, the car would not go together. There wasn't enough space. So what we've done is we cut out where the original suspension was, the centre piece, and we've used the spring from a clothes peg. We've cut it in half to make the length, and that's an update on that. Just waiting for the urethane glue to dry on that, so when we come back you'll see this completely assembled. So for you it's only going to be a millisecond. For me it's going to take me a little while to catch up to you guys. So I'll see you soon. Well, this was supposed to be the rebuild shot, but it ain't. I was masking this up to get our red stripes back in, but when I had to move one of the masking tape, it lifted the paint, and when I removed the rest of the masking tape, it took out the A-pillar. So there must have been a crack, I should say it was broken, but even through the caustic soda and everything else they'd been through the polishing, it stayed all intact. But I've also noticed on this side, down the bottom here, it's broken as well. So we've stripped the top part of the car back to bare metal again. But now I'm not going to go back to a original colour. Or maybe I will. I don't know. I'm half decided because when that A pillar broke there on this side here, I wanted to throw this across the room, but thankfully I didn't. So anyway, I'll fix these A pillars up and we'll come back and you'll either see me paint the car in a different colour or it may be the reveal. So you'll have to stick around and find out. See you in a moment. So here is our Corgi Mustang 2+2. As you can see, we've stripped the paint, repainted it, we've given it some blue as well to go with the Ford. We've detailed the back. Could have done better, I suppose. We've given it some stripes again. We've given it some new boots. We've painted the infill. We've repaired both A pillars. This one had broken down the bottom. This one was broken away completely. We've painted the interior. We've turned it black. We've colour coded the bumpers because we had to do a repair on the suspension on this thing. So we now have suspension. It is rolling. Like I said, new boots. We've reused the sticker on the front for the grille and we've given it new headlights. So, like I said, we've given it some suspension. Interior is black, a little bit hard to see. Anyway, this was a fun build, as so to speak, but we got there in the end without having to repaint it so many times like we've had in the past with a couple of other vehicles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll catch you next time on Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Bye for now.